Now it's an honor and privilege to invite the Honorable Dinesh Gunawardena, Member of Parliament, Minister of Education and Leader of the House of Parliament of Sri Lanka for the valedictory address. Sir, please.
His Holiness Jagat Guru Swami Sri Kanampali Surendran, Member of the Choral Assembly and former Minister, Dr. A. Sukumaran Naya, Chairman of the Global Energy Parliament, Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, Speaker of the Global Energy Parliament, Professor N. Radhakrishnan, Chief Guest, Chairman, CEO of the Indian Council of Gandhi Studies, Members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to extend my gratitude to Chairman Sukumaran Naya for inviting me to address you at the valediction speech or the closing ceremony of the 11th session of the Global Energy Parliament. The theme of this year's conference, Visualizing a Global Education Policy for Total Consciousness, comes at a much needed time as the world is recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic and adapts to a new normal. Education is a key field in which the effects of the new normal are felt. Education shall remain of paramount interest to Sri Lanka, which prides itself on its access to universally free education through the passing of Free Education Act 75 years ago. The success of Sri Lanka's robust and free universal education means that all stratum of Sri Lankan society, from kindergarten to university, will have access to free education. Sri Lanka enjoys one of Asia's highest literacy rates, student retention, and student enrollment, thus producing a highly skilled and globally valued human capital. Knowledge is the greatest asset that society can give the new generation, which will not destroy with floods or tsunamis. The overwhelming poor stance of our education systems and our free health system means that no one is left behind. It is important to highlight that the Buddhist philosophy continues to play a key role with leading through great perseverance, completing 150 years with over 100 branches. Similarly, Dhamma and Sunday schools consisting of all religions consist of 15,000 branches across the nation. Formal schools under free education system covers the entire school-going population of 4.3 million students with 250,000 teachers in 10,000 schools across our island nation. With a teacher-student ratio of 1:17 in Sri Lanka, nevertheless, owing to the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic globally, the disparity in income and geographical status has widened further across the world and to some extent in Sri Lanka too. During COVID-19 pandemic, Sri Lanka saw the rollout of blended programs to facilitate virtual, online, and digital long-distance learning. Furthermore, in realms of our free university education system, more emphasis is put on inclusion of STEM programs and increased use of ICT within the curriculums. Sri Lanka's first university marked 100 years this year and is among top global ranking. Similarly, our medical research completed 150 years while producing a dozen of world's top 2% of scientists. Sri Lanka continually strives to improve and evolve its educational system. As such, today's Global Energy Parliament comes as a welcome contribution to the wealth of expertise and knowledge in the field of education. As an island nation in the Indian Ocean, Sri Lanka is greatly committed towards climate change. We have committed ourselves to the green energy production with more emphasis given to hydro, solar, and wind power. Not forgetting the vast oceans around us as highly potential renewable source of energy. The resolution, which you have produced over the course of the 11th Parliament, represents years of cumulative contributions from the world's brightest minds. If education is to be the fundamental key to overcoming differences of culture, income, geography, then the product of this Parliament shall prove invaluable in that noble aspiration. As such, I wish to thank and congratulate both the organizers and members of the Global Energy Parliament for the fruitful and the robust discussions held over the course of the previous 3 days, and I wish that the outcome reached at this Parliament translates into realities that will serve both humanity and planet Earth. May the blessings of the Triple Gem be upon you, Swamiji, and all. Ayubova.